What's good? YouTube, TikTok, whatever, social media, the world, watching fellow humans. How y'all doing? Um, this video, I want to talk about why you should pray or talk to God every day, especially if you believe. I'm not forcing anything. I'm a believer, of course. I love God. I try to talk to Him every day. I don't really read the Bible. I'm gonna start doing that, but I'm trying to start doing that. But I feel like I should put in like some time I should put in at least some time of the day for God every day, every day. You're God is everything. God, without God, we wouldn't be in this world. I truly believe that, and you know, he's a miracle, and without God, honestly, I would be lost. There was a time in my life where growing up, I'll start like this. Growing up, I always it was like forced. I believed in God, but it was mostly forced. I was forced to go to church. My parents would always, we would do Bible studies and stuff. But I never, I was a kid. I was naive. I didn't know what it really meant to like love God, trust God. Yeah, I would do things, but I didn't know really who God was. That's what I'm saying. And so I'm really speaking from the heart, y'all. So, I might pause a little. But, because growing up, I experienced a lot of hardships, a lot of trials, and because of that, I got angry. I got bitter, angry, depressed, and this is mostly during high school, around that time period. And I would honestly just I pushed God away for like most of my school life, you know, mostly because I was lonely. I didn't understand why I was lonely. But it was like a different lonely. It was like it would be like I know I had people around me. Like there would be people around me, but I knew they didn't care. But yeah, I didn't really have like, well rounded relationship. I thought relationships meant everything in the world, you know. And but I never talk to God or none of that. I stopped going to church altogether. I never prayed. I just wake up every day, living day by day, and it was really bad, honestly. But then I grew up and realized I was like, I'm not sure what sparked it. I guess because of all the hardships, basically, there will always be little subtle signs that God was always there, but I would ignore it. He will always show you signs, and it may differ from other people, but it's a process. Don't ever rush it. If you want to know God, you gotta be gentle with it. You gotta be slow. You gotta literally learn who God is, and at first knowing God, of course, it's gonna be on and off. For me, it was very on and off. First time I started getting back to God, I would, I expected everything to go my way. You know, I would pray, but make sure my mic's on. I would pray. I would just ask God for things. It was really one sided, and basically when things didn't go my way, I would curse, be mad at God. I was angry with God. Just because things didn't go my way. I was acting like a kid, still, not, and that's what the way I treated the way I treated God was how I treated all my relationships. If things didn't go my way, I would just get mad and, what I'm saying, just lash out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even out of respect for it would just be the littlest things. And that changed me, honestly. I needed to learn to that. And so I would be on and off. And so I guess growing up now, I learned most things, and he helped me grow to the man I am today. Basically, what I'm saying is that looking back at my life and all the struggles and everything I have been through, and everything, I've basically gotten everything I asked for when I was a kid. But I needed to go through those hardships. God put me through those hardships and struggles to make me the man I am today. And that's what I need y'all to know. If y'all are trying to know God and you know truly have a relationship with God, you are going to struggle. You are going to probably be at the worst parts of your life once you start to try to learn and try to have a relationship with God. Truly. And it might not be the reason you think. It might not be because the world is falling apart, the world's against you, because it's not. It might be God shaping you, into the man you need to be, or the woman you need to be, spiritually, mentally, physically, all that good stuff. You got to go through struggle to grow. Struggle is growth. Struggle. I will say that struggle is growth. You cannot grow unless you struggle. You must struggle in this world to grow. And now I'm at a point where, you know, I'm at a point right now where I have my goal is trusting God. I know God's real. I know. Yeah, I talk to God. I try to have a relationship with God. It could be better. I'm not gonna lie. My relationship could be better. I could be reading the Bible every day, but I at least try to talk to Him. I pray throughout the day. I talk to Him every morning and night. I talk about my struggles. You want to treat God like an actual relationship like you have. Like you want to truly like talk to God like He's there, because that's what it's all about. And what I've noticed when I pray, this is my whole life, by the way. Every time I would pray, or every time I would feel down, let's go back a little. I would anytime I feel depressed or anything, or I because I never would like to pray when I was depressed or angry or anything, because it was because of my pride. I would be like, man, who cares? I ain't go, nothing's gonna change. I'm too angry for this and all that. It, it once you put aside that and you just, you said to forget it. Let me put my head down. Let me pray. Let me talk to God. You do all that for real. Every time that happened, I would feel after I was done praying and talking to God, I would feel this sense of like relief. Not even it was like a sense of like protection around me. It was like the Holy Spirit. I'm being serious. Every time I prayed, and it was just like it's like nothing can hurt me. It was like a warmth feeling, like a hug. Every time I prayed, and that now I'm not saying all my problems were solved, but it was like a way to show that God was there. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, I just want y'all to know, like, y'all gonna struggle going, following God and all that. God loves you, He really does, and you gotta go through it. You gotta believe. You gotta trust God. That is what I'm doing now. I'm being still, and no matter what happens, no matter how many hardships are going my way, God, I know God got my back. God is gonna protect me. God is gonna take over, and He'll do the same for y'all. And you know, I don't force people. You shouldn't force it either. You shouldn't force people to like. Don't ever force things. The God doesn't want that. Don't ever force people if they don't want to like, if y'all come across this video, if y'all don't want to talk to God, that is Hopefully, all I can do is hope y'all find y'all's way. I don't like the type of people who are Christians who be like, oh, if you don't like God, love God, you go to hell, and like they'll try to like like try to like low key manipulation and stuff, and that's not right. It's just like, man, that's not right. That's not. I'm just spreading the message because I truly believe in this. I believe in God, and so yeah. Trying to think, is there anything else I want to say? That's really it, man. Just pray and talk to God every day. Trust God, and yeah, that's really what it. I just want y'all to know, like, you're gonna go through it if you love God. He's gonna make you grow though. Man, if I had, I don't know, I can't. If I could show y'all the how I was back in the day, the old me before I started loving God, man, y'all, I would be too different. It would be unrecognizable. I was unrecognizable. I was so like just deep into the world. I can't even explain it. It was just really bad, and I had to go through so many things. You're gonna be lonely too. Let's talk about that. You're gonna be very lonely. A lot of people talking about this around the social media, everything. It's real. As soon as I start loving God, you're gonna lose a lot of friends. You're gonna find out who really loves you or not. You're gonna lose things that you're gonna stop doing things that you used to love, but like they don't benefit you ever in the long run. You're gonna experience all that, and you're gonna think like, what's wrong with me? But nah, it's just God growing you, man. It really is. It's God growing you. You become a better person. So yeah, just don't even don't worry about it. Just and during the process, make sure you talk to God. Why, God, why am I feeling this way? God, why am I so lonely? God, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell him about your struggles. I had no one to talk to. I have no friends. I had no one to talk to. No one cared about my struggles. But when I talked to God, bro, he cared. He grew me. He grew me into a better person. He showed me what really matters in this world. And I want y'all to do that too. I want y'all to just find y'all's purpose, and y'all don't need anyone else. Y'all really don't need anyone else. If you have God, you do not need anybody else. You do not need no family. You do not need no friends. You do not need no relationship. You don't need none of that. That's why they say love God first. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay, y'all stay humble. Y'all stay loving. Y'all stay kind. Y'all stay strong. Have a blessed day. Peace.